Hey fellow dashers, this video is different from most I've done on this channel. So we are basically going to talk about how many creative points a creative game Robtop has. Now what creative points of you may ask? All the are stats just like jumps, stars, moving, secret coins, demons defeating, etc. But these are really uncommon because of what is required to get them. The requirement is just for you to have been one level that a player can get stars from beating it. These don't happen automatically and requires Robtop himself to make a creative level have stars. Given the number of players playing the game right now, this is really hard to do and gets harder with the years. I'm not going to fully explain the level rating process, sorry. Anyways, you can actually get more than just one creative point from just a single level. You're definitely familiar with the rating tiers, which is basically how outstanding a level is. They are featured, epic, legendary, and mythic. You get 1 creative point from just a normal rated level without any of these, 2 from a featured level, 3 from an epic, 4 from a legendary, and 5 from a mythic. So Robtop has user created accounts. This is his main one, by the way, which you are most familiar with. That one has 1 creative point he got recently from a joke level uploaded in April Fools. He has also rated a few of his test levels in the past, but obviously unrated them. He also has more creative points in all the accounts like his Shadow Realm account. This is basically an account for restoring rated levels by banned users or deleted users in the community. But these are good account for this video. Robtop has 1 creative point, so what's the point of this video then? Well, there are official challenge dash levels just in case you forgot, which are created by him of course. These are 43 in number, including the main levels, the tower, the challenge, challenge dash roll, challenge dash melody, and challenge dash sub-zero. All of these levels just have stars and the rating tiers. With this, we can just assume Robtop has 44 creative points, including the joke level I just talked about. But this display has been the same since the game was created, making only a few changes like adding stars to the game. With all that being said, I'm now going to do a breakdown of all the rating tiers of every single Robtop level. The first version of the game 1.0 introduced 7 unique levels that are still well known to this day because they are the first 7. These were made before stats were a thing, but when the first rating tier was introduced, Robtop would give older levels feature if they deserved it sometimes. Anyways, I think of these should be worthy of their feature. They were just the best at the time. I mean, it could be debatable for base after base, having planned gameplay. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to find reasons to test this level now. Time Machine is definitely going to the featured list just like the 1.0 Challenge Dash levels. This is just one of the best levels that have ever been made at the time. As you can see, it's a big step up from the first 7 levels in decoration. The level has really good gameplay, music, the structure looks amazing. Yeah, you get the point. Now, Cycles has a few things that might not make it feature worthy. The first being the repetitive gameplay, the ship part, and the first boss section being glad only because it's the first ever level to use the game. But again, I say the levels around the time weren't too good, so this is of course gonna get a feature as well. X-Step is definitely a feature-worthy level. There's a remake that looks exactly like X-Step. Yes, I'm talking about X-Step V2. It's just a bit harder but similar, and it's also featured, meaning X-Step will be featured as well. Same goes with all the other levels of what is theory of everything too, because there are at least 1 unofficial remakes of those levels and they are featured, made mostly by a popular creator Neptune, and I've seen their gameplay to the original levels. Anyways guys, before I get deeper into the number of creative points Robtop has, I would want to let you know that if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should most definitely do so now. I will have a banger video coming up this month, hopefully. Oh, I will also be trying to be Bloodbath live every week, so make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the streams. So from now I'm going to be introducing the second rating tier, Epic, which was added in 2.1. But Epic was given to some levels in 2.0, so we're just going to add it to the equation. From here on out, we have 3 options for how many creative points a level is worth. I propose on my channel to ask my subscribers what they think the rating tier of these levels should be. Thanks to everyone who voted, and I'll be doing more of these, so make sure you subscribe. First, in the modern levels, we got Challenge Girl Dominator, and the votes for this one weren't even close, with featured having the most votes, which is no surprise as the level has good visuals for a featured level at the time, if it were to be a custom level. There's nothing much to say here since the update came with so many amazing user created levels and terrible ones in terms of visuals, and GD just falls between that. I thought Deadlock to be a controversial one, but again, most people picked features. I know a lot of people would think it's an epic because, well, it's Deadlock we're talking about. A level still believed to be one of the greatest levels of all time. And I agree it's an epic level, but no, literally. And just like what this person commented, I agree that it's not worthy of epic and should stay featured. But the level still has good visuals though, and the boss fight is pretty epic. We're at my favorite Robtop level, Finger That. This also had featured as the most votes yet again, with no surprise. But in my opinion, I think it's really close to getting an epic. I feel the level could have been epic worthy if the blocks went to static and there are more moving objects in the air and even the gameplay. This one might be a hard choice because I got another comment saying that this level definitely looks like an epic, but I'm gonna just say it's featured not to cause any controversy. Before we are able to dash and the tower, let's talk about the spin-off games and the challenge. And I didn't forget that the challenge will be the first odd one, mainly because it's pretty obvious and you can tell the reason. The first one being that it's short, I mean less than the rating start, which is 30 seconds. Only a few of these that don't beat that standard are rated, but none of them are featured. But that was when the standards were at an all-time low. The decoration is planned as well. Does this even count as decoration? With that being said, the challenge is the first Robtop level I've mentioned to only add one creator point to the imaginary account. But this wouldn't be the only one. Geometry Dash World is one of the spin-off games with 10 levels that are known for being short. Most of them, specifically 8, don't meet the rewarding standards, making them not featured, just like the challenge. As for the 2 that do, Space Pirates and Monster Dance Off, aka the only medium levels, Space Pirates doesn't have anything special going on, just simple and repeated obstacles. While you're in the garb, I mean UFO game, so this clearly doesn't meet a feature. As for Monster Dance Off, this is just an average late 2.0 feature level with more complex block design. This level will definitely have a feature regardless of the short length. I mean, just look at this level that got rated recently. It's featured, by the way. Geometry Dash Meltdown levels, on the other hand, who all have featured for the same reason as Monster Dance Off. Although the levels are long, increasing the chances of each of them getting an epic. But I just don't see that. They also remix and recreations of the level, not to mention that's all being featured. Geometry Dash Sub-Zero might be the hard one to crack the standards. I'm talking about the time period. These levels were made and released in a beta version of 2.2 and had features Robtop made like camera controls and the random trigger. But these levels look similar to Geometry Dash Meltdown levels, like you can barely even tell the difference. So they will all definitely also have a feature. But Press Start will actually come close to an epic because it has a boss fight, and most levels I see that have that tend to get epic. Now that we've covered the spin-off games, we can get back to the latest levels that have been released, Dash and the Tower. As for Dash, for the first time, they both got epic as the winner by far. Now, I personally don't think Dash is as good as Finger Dash or Deadlocked, but it makes good use of the new features that were added in that update, like the camera controls, the new swing game mode, and the new block designs. And it doesn't even use up to 20,000 objects, which was a very big shocker for me. So, because the levels were optimized, for that reason, it could get an epic. And I forgot to mention this was the update that added 2 new rating tiers, Legendary and Mythic. But I don't think this level even comes close to getting a Legendary, so leaving Dash as an epic level. Now, the 4 levels in the tower introduced a very unique feature, and the game mode type called Platformer mode, which there aren't really many of those right now, so we don't have enough levels to use as reference. The tower might fall between not getting a feature at all and getting a feature just because of the length. The level isn't that long. As from what I've seen, length matters a lot, especially in platformer mode. But because this was early 2.2, the level would definitely get a feature. As it were to be a custom level in early 2.2, it would be one of the best that would be made. As some creators were still trying to learn how to use some new features. The sewers, on the other hand, is longer. I mean, just like a bit, and it has a lot more to offer to the player, like the boss fights. The boss fight is long enough for me to say that this level deserves an epic, but it's very debatable. I also saw a remake of the level earlier, but without the boss fight, and it didn't have a feature at all. Meaning, without the boss fight, the sewers won't be featured at all according to Robtop standards. So I can confidently say that this level is just getting a feature. As for the cellar, the level doesn't have a boss fight, but it's longer. The level is pretty similar to the tower with the moving platforms and some other stuff. It just uses a different game mode and it's a bit harder, so it's getting a feature. The secret hollow is longer than the cellar by a mile. Not literally, of course, and it has a boss fight just like the sewers. A well-known Geometry Dash YouTuber Dizzy Colon uploaded 4 levels which are just remakes of the tower and made for April Fools, with 3 of them getting featured, and the last one, which is a remake of the Secret Hollow, getting the legendary. This was honestly a shocker to me, not saying that the level is bad, but I'll have to admit the level is a bit longer and the boss fight just has a lot more going on, so I can confidently say that the Secret Hollow is definitely getting an epic. So there we have it. I've covered every single Robtop level and how many creator points that are going to be added to the imaginary account. So the challenge gives 1 creator point, Geometry Dash World gives 11, Geometry Dash Sub-Zero gives 6, Geometry Dash Meltdown gives another 6. The main Geometry Dash levels, I'm talking about the 22 classic levels, or give 45. And the tower gives 9. So summing everything up, we have a total of 78 creator points. And if we add the first creator points from Robtop's only level uploaded to the servers, we get 79 creator points in total. I honestly thought this was gonna reach the 100 mark. Robtop only creates levels when he's releasing a new update. Mainly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and click one of the 2 videos you see on screen. One I made in April Fools and the other YouTube may think you'll like. See you guys in the next